According to the movie, Alexander Supertramp had said, "More than anything, give me truth. More than anything, give me truth." I'm reading this book, Into the Wild, and it's just incredible. Who is this John Krakauer? Without John Krakauer, we wouldn't know about Alexander Supertramp. But it just seems incredible that these assholes that, are able, who's allowed to get fucking books published? I've been writing my entire life, and I don't know how to get anything published. You got to convince some fucking asshole that has a publishing house or a newspaper to print your stuff, and if they don't like your stuff, then they don't print it. So unless you actually own the means of production of the printing, maybe you could just go and, print up a bunch of pages and then try to bound your own books. Which that's, if the idea is to try to talk about democracy and constitutionalism, and then you have to stitch your own book together, you're not going to be able to mass produce books. Anyways, what am I talking about? I'm saying this John Krakauer just seems crazy how you have like these nobodies that shit on somebodies. He's going to shit on Jack London. Let me read you a passage. He helped me a lot, Burries acknowledges. This is page 43. He watched the table when I needed to leave, categorized all the books, made a lot of sales. He seemed to get a real kick out of it. Alex was big on the classics, Dickens, H.G. Wells, Mark Twain, Jack London. Jack London was his favorite. This is Alexander Supertramp. He'd try to convince every snowbird who walked by that they should read Call the Wild. Let's see, Alexander Supertramp had been infatuated with Jack London since childhood. Jack London's fervent condemnation of capitalist society, his glorification of the primordial world, his championing of the great unwashed, all of it mirrored Alexander Supertramp's passions. Mesmerized by Jack London's turgid portrayal of life in Alaska and the Yukon, Alexander Supertramp read and reread the Call the Wild, White Fang, To Build a Fire, and Odyssey of the North, The Wit of Poor Tuck. Alexander Supertramp was so enthralled by these tales, however, that he seemed to forget they were works of fiction, constructions of the imagination that had more to do with London's romantic sensibilities than what the actualities of life in the subarctic wilderness. So already he's kind of saying, hey, these are works of fiction. He's just kind of reconstructing his imagination. Alexander Supertramp conveniently overlooked the fact that London himself had spent just a single winter in the North, and that he died by his own hand on his California estate at the age of 40. A fatuous, drunk, obese, and pathetic, maintaining a sedentary existence that bore scant resemblance to the ideals he espoused in print. Oh yeah, there, John Krakauer. I want to look into John Krakauer's life. Let's see how much better John Krakauer was. And so if you look at his death here, Wikipedia, it says that Jack London had died November 22nd, 1916, in a sleeping porch in a cottage on his ranch. London had been a robust man, but he suffered several serious illnesses, including scurvy in the Klondike. I'm going to come back to this. This sound, it's not perfect.